Everyone, how's it? Shaun Wulf here, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Margate, South Africa. And this is your third lesson for beginner guitarists, learning your first chord. So our first chord that I'm going to teach you guys is the A chord. We're going to try and stick to the alphabet as much as possible. But yeah, here we go. So before we learn how to play our first chord, we need to understand how the fretboard works. So a lot of you are going to probably want to learn from tabs as well, from your favorite song, or how to play your favorite song. So I'm going to teach you how to read those tabs. Like I said, these live videos of mine is for beginner guitarists. Those people who just picked up a guitar and who just started learning how to play it or want to learn how to play it. All right. So understanding your fretboard. Well, basically, when you look at a tab, you will see that it's got numbers on it, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So what that means is that counts your frets. So when you see a 0, that means it's an open string. So you would play an open string, all the way open. None of it's being fretted. You're playing an open string. So that's what a 0 means when you look at tabs. That's an open string. Then you'd see you've got these metal frets running down. So that'll be 1, 2, and you'll count them all the way up your fretboard. All right. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then just to recap with you guys on how the strings work is from the bottom to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your frets is from here, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way up. All right, just so that you understand how it works. Now, how the strings are noted when they are open, and I'm just going to do this just so that you guys know how to tune your guitar. I'm going to tune mine just now so that you guys can see how it's done. So it'll be an E, it'll be a B, it'll be a G, it'll be a D, it'll be an A, and it'll be another E. All right, this is how your strings and your frets work. So this is how you count them if you work with tabs. All right, so the first chord that I would teach you guys is going to be an A, but let's tune together quickly. Put my tuner on. I'm lucky. My electric acoustic guitar's got a built-in tuner. So I'll start from the bottom. I always suggest starting with your strongest string, which is the top one, over here. Okay, and from the bottom to the top. So it's this one here. But to remember the notes, I suggest that you just tune them from the bottom up. But if you want to, start with the top. I'm going to, for this round, I'm going to start from the top. So here we go. This is an E. I need an E. I need to, it's in tune. Okay. And then an A. My A needs to be tightened a tad. So I would turn that from my perspective anti-clockwise. Okay. There we go. And then the D needs tightening a tad. Okay, then the G string, that's fine. B string is in tune, and the E string is in tune. Let's just see that. Yes. So my guitar is basically in tune. So now, learning your first chord, like I said, counting them from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then your strings on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the bottom to the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to teach you how to play the A chord. That's the first one in the alphabet. So I thought that's the easiest way to teach you guys how to play it. So I'm starting off with the major chord. A major. All right. So to play this, you need to put your ring finger on the second fret. You count it, so you'll put your finger before that because it needs to fret on that fret. So your ring finger on the second string, the B string, you would play that on the second fret. All right, can you guys see that? All right, then with your middle finger, you'd play on the second fret on the third string from the bottom to the top, also in the second fret. And the same will happen with your index finger. You'll put that on the fourth string also in your second fret. So I hope this helps so far, guys. If there's any questions, hi, how's it? AJ Burger, good to see you, man. Thanks so much, appreciate that. Like, so once you have fretted your note, right? Then you got to play your chord. Now I'm going to show you guys again how to fret it. I just want to let you guys hear how it should sound. All the notes should ring open. All right. Now, because we are playing an A note, we do not need to play the top string because that's an E. You want your root note, the A note, which is your second string, to be open. So I usually play my A string with the open A. So you hear that? All the way to the bottom. So you've got that open, you've got your B open, you've got that open, open, all the way to the top. But you don't need to play the top, sorry. But yeah, that's your A. So what I usually do is, for those guys that have bigger hands or whatever, I usually mute my top string with my thumb. So I'll go like, hi kids, speel. You like it? Lekker, how's it? So when you've got it fretted, it should be open from the top to the bottom. That's your all the way. There you go. Okay. You guys hear everything is open. So let's quickly run through how to fret an A chord. So from the bottom, which is this one here, to the top. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's counting the strings now. And then your fret is an open note, which is an open one. That's 1. Oh, that's 0, sorry. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and going all the way down the fretboard. All right. Are you guys with me? You guys still happy? All right. Lekker. So to do an A chord, an A major chord, we are going to put our ring finger on the second fret. Now, when I count a fret, which means these little boxes, okay, we'll put it in the second box. Okay, so that's why I say the second fret. So you count these boxes, 1, 2, so you put it in the second box. All right, then you put your middle finger on the second fret of the third string. All right, and then you'll put your index finger on this in the second box on the fourth string, and then you got an A chord, A major chord. I hope you guys are all happy. I hope you can see quite well how this chord is played. So let's do that again. We've got the ring finger. We've got in the second box on the second string, right? We've got the middle finger in the second box on the third string. Then we've got the index finger in the second box. Let's start with boxes and then the numbering of the strings on the fourth string. We got it. Okay, then we got an A. Like I said, we don't play the top string. That's an E. I just want to let you guys hear what's going to. There's a little bit of discordance. There is an E in the chord, but that'll be like E over A. So I usually mute that. All right. I hope this helps so far. You guys have any questions that I should answer about fretting and what helps and what doesn't help when you're a beginner and things like that? I can. Hi, Joyce. Thank you so much for joining. Lekker. So every day, this course that I'm doing, it's a free course. It's going to be a live video that I'm going to start off with. This video is recorded and stays on YouTube. You guys can go check it out again and again and again. And then I'm going to start it from basically understanding the parts of your guitar. And then I quickly touched on this in the second lesson on what type of guitars you get, like electric guitar, classical guitar, and then obviously the acoustic guitar. And then I also mentioned that you do get electric acoustic guitars like mine at the moment, which got built-in tuners, and you can also plug them in. All right. So you've also got classical guitars that can do that, and you've got classicals that can't do that. So electric guitars are always like that's why they call it electric. They need to be plugged in. But the concept of the fretboard and the frets is very, very similar. For you to understand how to play a chord it's easy to show to you and for you to hear properly on the acoustic. That's why I usually play with my acoustic, so you guys can hear it better, just to understand it a bit better. Now, guys, if there's anything that you guys want to ask, or you want to pop it into the comments, or if you want to send do a post or whatever, let me know, tag me. I would love to answer those questions and help you guys on your guitar journey. Like I said, it's for beginners. If you just decided you want to play guitar, then this is probably the best channel to be at, because I'm going very, very slow. I'm trying to make sure everybody understands properly. Lekker. So just want to check if there's any comments. Joyce, lekker. All right, I'm just going to... Now, one of the songs that I know that I play that's got an A chord, starts off with an A chord, is Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis. So it's... well, there's a one for the money, there's a two for the show, three to get ready, now go, cat, go, but don't you... And then goes to the second chord. So I'd like to maybe teach you guys that song once you have learned 3 chords and you guys can play it comfortably. Let me know in here who's beginner guitarists and who's a little bit more advanced, who's already playing shows and having fun with their friends around the campfire. Good stuff. I'm going to start sharing some of my music if you guys want to go check that out as well. I'm going to put a link in the description, and just want to say thank you so much. I don't see any questions popping in. Thank you so much for your time and checking this out. I'd love to help you guys on your guitar journey. Cheers, guys. Have a lucky day.